A study released Wednesday by the American Journal of Public Health says rape of women in the Democratic Republic of Congo is 26 times higher than reported by the United Nations and other groups. The study, conducted in 2006 and 2007, says more than 400,000 women aged 15 to 49 were raped in all provinces in the eastern conflict areas of North Kivu. Many have called Eastern Congo the worst place on earth to be a woman. For 15 years, women have been caught in the fight by various rebel groups, largely for control of the country's minerals. Well, to discuss this report now, we are joined by Nita Evele of Congo Global Action. We'd like to welcome you to In Focus, Nita.
Thank you for having me.
I just have to first ask what your reaction was when you found out from this study, which I'm sure you already know. 26 times higher than what has been reported.
Okay. Yes, I was shocked, not with the number, but with the date. The last date they had the report since 2007. So my first question were, why so long? Why they waited 5 years to try to release this report? I mean, by 5 years ago, if they did, maybe something would have happened and those women would have had more relief. But why is it the Harvard Humanitarian Initiative took so long to release the report? This is ridiculous because for 15 years, like you said, those women have been victimized everywhere. And with the report, we just find out that it's not just on the conflict zone, it's everywhere in the United States. I mean, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So if they did release this report a long time ago, maybe the government would have felt guilty and trying to do something for those women. I mean, somebody has to ask them the reason why they kept the report so long.
Now, this report is also based on information that was gathered from the government database.
That's
meaning,
one
obviously,
reason.
that the government knows what is going on. What is your take on why nothing is being done? Obviously, the situation has gotten even worse. We've been hearing more current reports of women being raped in the Congo, especially in the North Kivu.
Yes,
province.
absolutely. I mean, the current government in DRC come from the war. They were, all of them, including the president, were warlords. He was in the army that invaded the Congo, and all those people feel guilty at some point because they know they're guilty of starting the war. So everybody doesn't want to take responsibility because they don't want to be seen as the one who are making the country look bad. Because if you talk about the women being raped, then the government think you're talking bad about them. Because, like I said, they come from the war and they know exactly what's going on. And they just don't want to do anything. And that's where the international community has to push pressure so that the government can do something. I mean, enough is enough. What else does women have to do? They've been talking for the past 10 years about the rape and what's happening to them. But nobody's doing nothing. And the international community, even worse, are just watching and not doing anything. They need to pressure the government, really, truly pressure the government to stop this abomination.
Now, obviously, the government will take issue with the accusation that they're doing nothing. The international community, too, we know that a lot of UN officials, even top U.S. officials, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton went to the Congo and I believe pledged up to $17 million to try and help the women there. So there is some concerted effort, but it seems that it is not resulting in any change. What do you know about what is the block? What is causing this disruption?
Because the problem is not the money. The problem is the impunity. The impunity both sides. The government of DRC are not doing anything within the DRC. The international community are not doing anything. It's the impunity that makes the sexual violence in DRC are getting worse. Because I mean, all those children, they've been living in DRC, hearing about the rape, seeing the perpetrators of rape walking by. I mean, it becomes something that is a normal thing to do. It becomes like women don't matter. They become objects in the society.
And for a lot of these, for a lot of these perpetrators of this violence, women are just that, they're objects. So let me ask you then a more pertinent question. As the Congo Global Action, based here in Washington, what are you doing? What can you do to try to put more pressure to stop these rapes?
Yes, we're trying to pressure the government in DRC. We just had a briefing at the Congress back in March telling them exactly what was happening, that they need to pressure for justice. They need to stop putting money, but talk about justice. I mean, beside this report, not long ago, last year, we had another beautiful report from the UN that mapped the crimes, all the crimes. Some of the crimes in DRC can be described as genocide. They have those reports. What are they doing with it? So we're pressuring the Congress here, and we're having Congolese leader coming here and talking to the State Department, and hopefully we're going to see people at the Obama administration tell them we need to pressure, we need justice for the Congolese people, for all these killings, all those rapes to stop. Because without justice, believe me, nothing's going to happen. It's not the money issue. It's the people taking responsibility and being accountable for what they've been doing for the past 15 years in the DRC.
And also one of the reasons why they say there's this climate of impunity, very few have actually been convicted of this crime. But then also what is more disturbing is that it's not only, as you noted, in the conflict zones, it's all over. Why is the total DRC so rife to this practice?
It's because the same people who have been committing crime in North Kivu or South Kivu are moving around in the country, and the story are going all over the round. I mean, like I said, young people who have no job, no skill, they don't go to school, they don't do nothing, and nobody get arrested, and it become like a game. If you do it once and nothing happened to you, I mean, it's like a free pass to do it again. So it become like a game where the teacher now try to rape
and I have
young...
to stop you there. It's a very tough subject, and it's I really hope that it will have a resolve soon.
I hope so.
Nita Evele, Congo Global Action. Really appreciate that you came to join us in the studio today.